Where does Italy need the euro to succeed?
This is a very tricky question with a lot of political answers behind it. I mean, the euro, where it is now, is not a detriment to the various countries in the eurozone. Italy's problems are more within its own borders, right? Why hasn't real GDP growth since the start of the currency bloc in 2000, when we start the data? It has gone nowhere. Whereas Spain, a Mediterranean counterpart, Germany, France, of course, much higher cumulative real GDP growth over that time. There's a lot of reforms that need to be done, reducing youth unemployment, investing in companies, a bit more efficiency, getting profit margins improved. That's what Italy needs to focus on. Exports do matter, and that's where the euro comes in, but it's not crucial that any specific level of the euro is required for Italy to progress and grow a bit more. It's much more of those internal projects that need to be fixed within that country.
What is the JPMorgan calling euro, and do you have to invest understanding euro stability, or do you hedge it out?
Yeah, for the euro, we do see some strength over the course of this year for a few reasons. We expect the European Central Bank to reduce the QE program potentially down to actually zero starting in September, when the current program of 30 billion euros purchased per month ends. When that happens, we'd expect the euros to strengthen a bit. We do expect it to not go too far. There's a cap on it because we expect interest rates in the ECB's policy to remain low. So no touching the interest rates over the course of this year is our call on that. We've looked at the data for a stronger euro and what that means for EPS for European companies, and it's not necessarily the case that a stronger euro has to bring down EPS. There are points in time, 2002 to 2006, where the euro strengthened massively against the dollar and earnings per share still go up. I think your chart on trade-weighted euro is actually really important because compared to EUR USD, the trade-weighted euro levels aren't actually as high, and that's a good sign for European companies because European exports actually more to emerging markets, China, etc., rather than just the US. So that global element of Europe is actually really important, Tom.
A plus, Tom, for your wonderful trade-weighted euro chart. Nandini, what will take Mario Draghi off-piste? If you look at the Italian elections, if you look at tariffs, will he change message tomorrow?
I think he will have to acknowledge that, whether it's in his prepared section or in the questions. It's probably going to be coming up in the questions, I have no doubt. But the real element here is, what is his checklist? Unemployment is falling at a really nice pace in the Eurozone. We've got GDP growth looking strong. We expect it to be 2.5% this year, and that's sort of the consensus as well. Inflation is a stubborn element. Why is core and CPI not rising? If that increases, he's got a good chance to do it. Otherwise, he's going to monitor these global tariffs, et cetera, quite a bit over the course of the next few months.